do the one hit can't miss plus anything but 10. But today I'm going to start one of 5 sessions. I just kind of want to see how well it does in 10 shooters for 5 sessions. If you're just staying 10 shooters, 5 sessions long, I want to see how well it does. All right, so there's our 10 shooters. Finally, here's our 4K, $4,000. We're gonna start with 1,000 of the late 10. You can actually mess with the math on this all the way to where you can actually play the horn for a $100 winner as well. I've been toying with it a little bit, so then it's one roll. As long as you don't roll the 10 or the 7, you'll win at least $100. All right, so 10 shooters. We just get to the table. I wouldn't start this until it was my shot first. All right, we're going to shoot to not roll the 10. So I'm going to shoot the 2, 3, 3, 2. Hello, everybody. I don't have my computer up, so I'm going to have to follow the chat on my phone. So I'm probably going to miss some stuff. All right, we're going to do this 5 episodes for 10 shooters. So it's going to be 50 total shooters. You could easily see 50 shooters in a day if you're at the casino. Here we go. And there's an 8. 5, 3, 8. It's going to win 105. We have 105 to work with now, minus that. So it's not quite 105. You have to get another rack over here. All right, so we got 95 out there against 105. At this point, I'm just going to kind of pick them up and throw them. 527. Okay, so maybe I should be a little better than that. So our shot went 0.7. We won $10. That's not ideal. All right, so this next shot is going to be completely random. It's much more risky on the completely random side of it because we're assuming that we're manipulating the 10 at least somewhat. We're saying that at least a little bit, we're manipulating the 10. We're only rolling it for most of the time, one roll. But 0.7 is not great. You can actually kind of adjust for the 0.7 if you'll play a come bet. You can still fit it within your 90 or 105 or whatever, but it'll help you. It'll give you a little boost on the 7. All right, here we go. We got a 3, okay? We actually are going to lose $15. I forgot to put it out there. Just want to lose that. We got a 5, okay? So that's 140. You can count that 15 you lost or not. I don't really think it's necessary, so I usually don't. I think the come out winners and losers are going to even themselves out for the most part. So we get 140. Random shooter still. And there's the 10. At least it ain't when we're at risk. That's a good sign. 628. All right, so we get a winner. $35. And there's the 6, another $35. I need to get some white chips. And there's a yo. Again, we're just trying to play for free as much as we can. There's another 10, hard 10. Hard 10. We're just trying to have free money out there as much as we can. Then take that off that 9 and put it over there on that 4. All right, good call, Jacob. 314, $27. I'm actually going to grab 15 bucks, put it on the 10. Now I have everything covered. And there's the 7. All right, that was okay. It was better than the last one, obviously. Mark that shooter. Playing for free, so I mean, as long as we're not rolling 10s, it's okay. I get some red chips. All right, another random shooter. Here we go. Get some new dice. Another random guy. We're just chunking down the table. Those ones were on 10, so those are the ones we want. And they come out 7. All right, so I'm going to do it right on this. That way everyone sees. So this is all going to lose. You're going to win 500. You're going to win 15 right here. All right, so that's 300, 400, 450, 500. And then you're going to owe 25 in big. Rack it all up. Aces, okay. So we've had a 7 and aces. This is one of those dicey situations where you're getting closer. 6, 3, 9. Okay. We made it through. 140 is what's going to pay. I'm going to pull all my winnings, so all my bets down first. I'm going to get 140. All right, same thing here. Yo. $35. So we're still playing for free. Basically, we've been playing for free every shooter. There's the 10. It's a $27 10, which makes it very easy to play. If you're always playing for free, you never have none at risk. It's a very easy game. There's the 6, 5, 1. And that's the idea behind this mostly, is that you're playing for free so much of the time that you can basically do whatever you'd like. And there's another 11. And this works on random shooters because there's only an 8% chance you lose. Is it more risky? Sure, because you don't know, like, have any idea how they're, you know, this may be the most 10 rolling guy ever, you know, but it works. I've shown it many days now. All right. going to win $49. So I'm actually going to get it as the 49. We're just going to take both of these up to 60. So what you end up with a lot of times is you're just shooting the dice with no risk, but you have the board covered. So you're just sitting out here shooting, no risk, and you have the board covered. So you're essentially just collecting on, you know, most of the rolls. All right. That's our third shooter, and it looks like we're up, I don't know, $200. Just under $200. And this is something that some people brought up to me, is that you're putting that $1,000 at risk all those times, 3 shooters now, and you've only won $200. And I agree. I agree from what they're saying, but what they're not taking into account is that there is such a small chance to lose this. This chance is so small that if you calculated that over the course of, let's say, playing a more aggressive strategy that was against the 7, this is still going to do better than it most times. Because generally after the first roll, you're playing for free. All right, so 2, 3, 3, 2. We're going to act like it's our shot. Boy, we are on those horn numbers out the gate, huh? That's $45 we've lost on horn numbers. There's the 9. It's going to be 140 when we get there. So again, there's another. Now we're playing for free again. So this time we're going to cross it up. Remember, we're shooting, but we got through the shot that we needed to. So now we're just trying to win. There's the 5. All right. $35. Put that back. I'm going to rack it. So now we're just, every roll of the dice at this point is fine. It doesn't really matter. There's a 3, 2, 5. That's 2 hits, so we've won $40 on top of what we had kept out of the 140 winner. And there's the hard 10. All right, $15 winner. Spread out there to that 4. Every time I roll the field, guys, I'm gonna put that money out there. And there's the 6. Every time I roll the 5, 6, or 8, I'm going to keep it. And the 7. Okay, that's a pretty good little run. I don't know if we made 140, and that's another argument people are saying, you know, you'd be better off just keeping the 1 hit and waiting it out. And yeah, maybe. That could be very well be true, that overall you may be better off just keeping that 1 hit every time and waiting till the next one, and then keeping the 1 hit, waiting till the next one. Hello, everybody. You could very well, that could very well be true. All right, random shooter. Not that anything I do is really any different, probably. All right, here we go. We need to miss that 10. And there's the 9 again. Do we have any other point but 9? It's been 9 every time, I think, except for the first time. So this is what the other argument is that you keep this 140 right here, play out your 15, and you've won $140. Well, you've won at least 125 if you lose that, which that's not a terrible idea. I mean, you won 140, so I mean, it's not like it's a bad idea or something. So let's $15 come bet. And there's the 5. It's going to travel. It's going to win 35. $15 come bet. 10 in odds. And there's the 4. Okay. $15 come bet. I'm just going to run some come bets through here. Aces. Ouch. Yo. One more hit. That's right. And there's the 7. That's going to win. All these are going to lose. That's half our shooters, and we're up 1, 2. We're up 315. That's not great, but in 10 shooters, if you were looking to win $500 in 10 shooters, you'd be ahead of the pace. But the biggest thing, besides that you play for free most of the time about this strategy, is that as long as you make it through to your free roll, you're always in line for the long roll. And so you're always in line for that big payday, as long as you make it through that first one. Because all your bets out there are free, so there's not a lot of reason to take them down. And that's kind of the idea behind what this is it puts you out there so you can be out there for all those rolls. You know, generally within 10 shooters, there's going to be an okay roll. Hard 8. I'm going to win 105. All right. Here we go. 3. I'm going to win in the field. All right. Anytime I win in the field, I'm going to spread out or press. Anytime I win on the insides, there's the 314, I'm going to collect. And there's a 6. That's going to be a $20 winner overall. 35. $617. Okay. Mark that. I don't think we won all that much money there because we pressed most of it out, but that's fine. We were giving ourselves an opportunity to make more money. So, you know, just because that one didn't work doesn't mean the next 3 won't work. You know, you want to give, in this kind of strategy that is geared toward putting you out there for the long roll, with no risk, you know, you want to have as many chances at that long roll as you can. All right, so 3-2 or 2-3-3-2. Here we go. Everything's working. Let's get through this come out. Give us a number. There's the 9, of course, because that's been our point basically every shooter. So again, that's going to win 140. And I'm going to shoot it like this. And there's the 10. It's a come bet. Remember, I got 140, so I only had 120. I had 75 out there, so I have 140 to use. So I can roll through a couple come bets. And there's the 5. So we're only at 105 in risk right now. We have 140. So maybe our next one is going to be a quarter come. Ouch. So now, probably just stop and wait for a hit. We weren't supposed to roll a 3. And there's a 6. 35. Come bet. And there's the 6. 35. Come bet. And there's the 4. Okay, so we got everything out there now. Next hit, I'm going to press some odds on all those come bets if I get another hit. And there's a 5-1-6. It's going to win 15 there. It's going to win 30 there. Put that right there. All right, here we go. Oh, I forgot the 10, didn't I? Dang it. There's the 4. 15 flat. 20 on the odds, coming down. 20 buy. I'm going to put my come bets back further so I know which ones are buys. We haven't hit that point at 9 yet. I'm thinking we're going to hit it this time. There's the 4. So we're going to drop $1 for 40. There's the 6. 35. I'm stacking up some odds. For whatever reason, I think we're going to hit this 9. Oh, I was wrong. 617. But again, the strategy prevailed. Everything in the front rack, guys, is all profit. The back racks are our initial bankroll. So everything in the front rack is the profit. So we're at 500 or a little more. We're going to keep going our 10 shooters, but this would have been my goal. So I would have been gone at this point normally. So I got to 500 before 10 shooters, which was what I'm kind of curious is how often is it going to get to 500 before 10 shooters? So it did it. All right, here we go. Random shooter. So at this point, you'd want to lead. You wouldn't want to keep giving it chances to beat you. And there's the 3-2-5. At least we have a different point. All right. I'm going to pay first this time, which is weird. There's our 140. Okay. So we're a little heavy on the 8, so hopefully we hit some 8s. Oh, come on, man. 0.7. Dang it. So we lost 90, 100. Oh, we lost $5 on that one. That's my bad. We actually went negative $5 right there because I didn't do my math right. Don't do your math right. Don't mess your math up. All right, next random shooter. Here we go. See what happens. $7, okay. So this is a $10 winner overall. I'm just going to give the $10. Otherwise, I have to re-rack it all. And there's the 5, 140. We're starting on our second stack of greens. 140. All right, so we made a $5 mistake last time. Let's put that $5 back. Let's play the 9 too. All right, let's see if we can get some wins. And the answer is no. It's 0.7 back to back. All right, last shooter. It appears we are up $580. Right in that. Oh no, a little less than that. So we don't have a full thing rig. So we're about 550 ahead. Last shooter. Remember, you should have already been at the house with your $500. So, but let's see if we make it through 10 shooters without a come out 7. I believe we probably will. I'm actually going to controlled shoot this one, or whatever I can do. Whether it's controlled or not, I'm going to act like it is. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 3, 2. That way, if I fail, it's my fault and not just the randomness. Here we go. Hard 8. I saw that first 4 pop up and I was like, no. Then it landed on a hard 8. $105 winner. So we made it through all 10 shooters without a loser. Without a loser shot, which is good. Here's $10 in odds. All right. And there's the 8. I think that might be our first point. 15 and 12. We're going to lose this. All right, so this is a come out roll, so we're going to be off on the place bets. And there's the 9. We're back on the 9. It's still my shot. I'm putting $1,000 on the 10. All right. I'm actually going to break this up and this. I'm going to go across the board here. I know I've won some already, but I want all the numbers. All right, here we go. And there's a 3, okay? Remember, we won 105, so we only have 96 out there. So whatever we won on that 8 is in the bank. And we rolled a 7. All right, so let's see where we ended up after 10 shooters. Episode 1 of this, I'm going to do 5 episodes of this. That was 10 shooter. And we have, right, let's put this to the side and get $100. Okay, so 500, 600, 1,000, 2, 3, 4,000. That's the initial bankroll. So all this we're ahead. That's 500, 575, 85, 591. We're up 591. Not bad. Not bad at all, I would say. In 10 shooters, that's $50 a shooter. I'm not disappointed with it. 591. My goal was to make 500, so we did a little better than that. We definitely could have done probably. We didn't have one just massive roll like we do sometimes. So we did it without that, which is a good sign that you didn't have to have just this massive awesome roll. We had a bunch. I think we had 3 or 4 0.7 outs, and that the point that it made $500 after having a couple 0.7 outs is pretty amazing. All right, so we have 4,000, 500, 91. I'm going to put this up here. That's our bankroll for session 2, which will be tomorrow. Again, I think this is, if you have the money for this, it's pretty hard to lose with it. It just really is. And I get you could roll a 10 and it could ruin your day, but it's only on the come out, so I haven't lost with this very much. And even the times I did lose, all except for one, I was able to come all the way back and get into the profit. So I don't really know. This just isn't, because you're only playing for one hit, then you're playing for free. So the big rolls you do catch are going to heavily outweigh the few times you have a couple 7s. But so what I'm going to do is, and Googs is asking for one more roll. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll come outs now. I'm going to count how many come outs I can get before I come out. 10. All right, so I'm going to controlled shoot them, because that's what you're going to be looking for to do, right? You're going to be looking for to try to control the dice and miss the 10 or the 4 or whatever number you choose to try to miss. Could be the 7. You could play it that way. So I'm going to see how many times I can miss a come out. So obviously I'm going to have to roll to a 7 each time. And there's a 4, okay? So I'm going to mark the good come outs in green. And if I do happen to roll a bad one, we'll stop there. So now we're just looking for 7s. I think that by the probability of the game, you should roll, out of 8% of your come outs, you should roll a loser, because the 10 rolls 8% of the time. So it would go to speak that 8% of your come outs should be 10. I don't think they will be. I absolutely don't think they will be. I think that with just barely any adjustment, you're going to defeat that by leaps and bounds. And that's from my own personal practice on this. You're going to crush that. All right, this would have been a really good roll. These have all been inside box numbers. And there's the 7. Okay, so next come out roll. We're trying to control the dice, and there's a 7, okay? So obviously that don't count. But I'm going to mark it, and there's a 3. So that's 2 rolls. I'm going to mark them in red, right? Because those were 2 bad rolls. We didn't win on them. So they do count. They just count for a different type of thing. So I'm going to mark them in red. And there's another 7, okay? So this is what you don't want to happen right here. You don't want to have to go a bunch of rolls and there's the 8. Okay, so that took us 4 rolls to get there. That is not ideal. That is not ideal. You still didn't roll a 10, though. So there is that. Your dice control came through, or luck came through, or whatever you want to say. Something came through. And there's a 3. And there's a 9. So essentially 8%, guys, is 1 out of 12. So you should have 12 come outs for every come out loser. There's a 9. If you're doing better than that, if you're getting past 12, you're beating the average of the game. There's the 7. Okay, you're beating the average. All right. Here we go. 6, 3, 9. It only took us 1 roll that time, so that's good. All right, let's see if we can get a 7 pretty quick. Move on to the next one. Obviously, when you're playing, you don't want a 7 quick. There's an 8. Oh, off the table. You don't, because you're trying to win with your free roll money. You're trying to profit up. And there's a 7. Okay, so it did happen pretty quick. If I rolled the 10 on the come out, guys, I'm going to put my money right back up. I'm not going to chase it because I'm not going to expect him to roll another one. Or myself to roll another one. But maybe, I guess, there is that run where you could just go really bad. There's a 3, 2, 5. There's always that run where it could go bad. Always. That's always a possibility. But if you want the advantage, there's the 7.7. If you want the advantage of playing on free roll all the time, this is the process. This will get you there. And there's aces. This is a bad roll. So if you want to grind out and maybe make some money, maybe not, or do you want to play the whole board against 8%? I'd rather play the whole board against 8%. 8's the new point. And there's an 11. And you can actually gear the money to where the horn wins 100 as well. And then you're 7. Then any number gets you to 96 across or 88 or whatever it is you want to play. You can actually turn the money to where it works that way. Here we go. See how many times we can get through this. And there's the 8 again. That was a first roll 8, so that's good. We want more. You don't want a bunch of 2 and 3 and 4 rolls before you get there. So remember, we already went 10 shooters without rolling, and some of those were random. So now we're up to 16 shooters without rolling a come out 10. 16 times the strategy absolutely worked. In a row. In a row now. 16 in a row. That's destroying that average. And there's the 8. That means it's just absolutely crushing it. And there's the 9. Hey, there's a random roll 10 that isn't on a come out that has any risk. It would have just been a winner. And there's a 4. This is one of those good rolls where you'd have just been raking in money. And aces. And an 8. Just a really, really, really solid way to play the game without a lot of, you're not waiting for 4 rolls before you have to regress or anything like that. Most of the time it's going to be on the first roll. You're going to get out of the game and you're just going to be playing for free. You're going to be loose. There's the 7. Be able to play however you want. One of the big negatives is that it takes some money. It takes some money to play this one. You have to have a little bit of a bankroll because you have to be willing to play $1,000 on one bet, and then you have to be willing to do it again if you lose. And there's a 3, and that's something I understand some people won't be willing to do, and there is nothing wrong with that if you're not willing to do that. Sure, no problem. But if you want the advantages that this gives you, there's 2 horn numbers back to back. You want the advantages, then you're going to have to take the 1 risk. Or so far in this case, 3 risks. And 4 risks now. At least 4. So these are those bad situations. And maybe you cap this. Maybe you put a cap on this right here. If you do see 2 rolls, you don't play for a third. You just take it down and say, okay, this ain't my shooter. Or switch strategies for this one. And there's the heart 8. Because obviously, the more times the dice get rolled, the closer you are to a 10, whether you're controlled or not. And there's a 0.7. Because, that's just how it works. So the more come out rolls, so we've actually beat a lot more than just them come out rolls. We've beat that many more, all the horn numbers we rolled. So we also beat it there. And there's aces. We are all over this horn. Pucker shots. Got these pucker shots. All right. And there's a 7. There's a bad shot. I hit the side of the table here. Glad I got lucky there and didn't roll a 10. And there's another 7. So this is back-to-back 4 rollers. Ooh, these are tricky. This is where it would test you. It would test just how, most likely, I'm setting myself a limit of 2 misses, and then I'll play something else for that shooter. All right, there's a 4. And a 12. And a 10. 8. And a yo. But anyways, guys, you're seeing how rare it is actually that you do roll a 10 on the point. I mean, guys, it only happens 8% of the time on a completely random situation. So there's the 7. I mean, that's the percentages of it. That's the probability of it. So that's true. So if you can do anything to affect it, it's just a benefit. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get through. And there's the 9. At least that was a 1 roller. We don't want a bunch of 4 rollers. Here we go. And we got a 9 hit our point. I mean, you can if you want. You're going to have a pass line out there. But, I mean, it's a lot of the times, guys, if you've seen the rolls, it's easy to make adjustments on the rolls you saw. Well, you don't get paid on those rolls. But you can build it to pay on the horn as well. And I'll show that before the video ends. To where everything wins at least $100. You just have to adjust on the 4, 5, and 9 to make everything. So it just takes 1 roll then. And I've never done it all the way out, so I'm not exactly sure what the numbers are. I would have to figure them out, but obviously you can. There's back-to-back 10s. Good thing it's not a come-out roll, because only 8% of the time should you ever roll a 10 on a come-out roll. Well, if you're never rolling come-out rolls because you're on free roll, then what does it matter? And there's the 5. And there's another 10. These would just be winners. Thank you, sir. These would all just be winner 10s. Getting money. There's the 6. And the 7. 4, 3. All right. So what are we at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got to get through 3 more. And then we have at least matched the average. So 4 more. 4 more. And we'll have beat the average. Let's see if we can get there. And there's a come out 7. We've actually already beat the average because we had 10 before this. Where do I buy my dice at? These are Craps Nation dice. I have some. I have a lot of dice. So I get them from casinos. So sometimes I order them online. Sometimes I buy them from Midwest. But mostly I get them from casinos. And there's an 8 because I like casino war dice because that's what you play with when you go to the casino. How many times have you guys been to the casino? What's up, buddy? And they have brand new dice. It doesn't happen all that much. Most of the time the dice are used. So I feel like you should play with used dice at home. If you're looking for a very organic, as close to real experience as you can get. Because unless you're going to sit there and wait until I open a new package, you're going to be playing with beat up dice pretty much every casino you go to. And there's a 12. Just looking for a 7 here, and I'm going to roll another come out. And there's a 10. Yeah, they change them if they're too beat up too. If they find a big flaw in one of them or something, I've seen them swap them out. Some places are running with 2 sets of dice right now because of COVID. Like every shooter, they swap out the dice altogether. But it's just 2 sets of dice on the table. It's just 2 beat up sets of dice instead of 1. All right, there's a 617. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 3, 2. So guys, most of the time you're going to be playing with beat up dice. That's just how it works. 6, 5, yo. That's a bad shot. We don't want many of them before a 10. I mean, not before 10, before a box number. I probably just jinxed myself. 8, 8, 8, 8. Hard 4. I mean, hard 8. So we've had 6 of the 8s have been our point, which makes sense. You should have more 6s and 8s. There's the 6. And there's the 9. But again, guys, pretty simple strategy. As long as you are willing to put that money out there and dodge that, you only have to dodge it for one roll, then you're playing for free. You can repeat that process as many times as you like. Play for free. There's the 7 on this one, since it's the 12th one. Okay, 12th roll. Our 12th come out. It's not the 12th come out roll because we got a bunch of missed come outs. So we've actually defeated it on the come out a lot more than 12 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if we beat it here, we've at least evened the average. All right. Let's see if we can get it done. Oh, bad shot, but we got an 8. Oh, even with a bad shot, we got an 8. All right, so we at least evened the average. So if we every come out after, even the average. And there's a 10. Oh, right after, right? Right after we get established, get money out there, we win on the 10. And that's how it's going to go a lot, because you're going to be playing for free. And there's the 4. So we would have had 3 winners right there. 4, 9, and a 10 already. And there's a 5. Been another winner. I'm talking about playing it like a 96 across. And there's another 10, which would have been a winner. So just that's how easy this really is. This isn't hard. It's actually... Yeah, bubble cup, they all have different rules. Bubble craps is really adjustable for the casino. There's an 11. And the casino can really manipulate the bubble craps to their favor. So I don't advise playing bubble craps machines, guys. I don't. They can change the odds around. And, you know, they pay out to the penny and stuff, but that only really matters if you're playing really small bets. If you're just going to go there, and play dollar bets, yeah, play bubble craps. It makes sense. But if you're not, if you're going to play normal craps bets, just play on a real table if you can. I get that some places don't have them. There's a 6, 2, 8. But guys, the bubble craps machines, they just are... They're too manipulated. And there's aces. And a 7. Okay, so we made it through 12 without rolling 10. I'm only going to roll one more, guys, because I got to watch my kid. But if I make it through this one, we'll have beat the average. Now, we've already beat the average because we had 10 before this. So now we've had essentially 22 come-outs that didn't end up on 10. 22 in a row now. This is all in one video. We've had 22 come-outs that didn't end up on 10. Think about that. Think about that. 22 in a row now. And we got an 8. So that's our 23rd in a row. That's 23 in a row. And these were all from a controlled standpoint, if you want to call it that. But obviously we didn't roll no 10s. So We didn't roll any sixes either, so maybe we should be playing the six, right? I'm just joking. But still, I mean, we are smoking the average, smoking it. And again, guys, it's a big bankroll strategy. I know not everybody's going to be interested. Scale it down, but in my opinion, as you scale this down, it gets less able to play across with those bets unless you're at a $5 table. If you have a $5 table where you can lay a bet, then play 32 across, it's a great grinder. It's going to grind out really well. You're going to be able to make a couple $100 a day, no problem. But anyways, you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching.